Hey guys, Jakob here, and greetings from Thailand, Koh Samui Island. So I just got this question from agency dudes community. The question goes like, I'm actually in the early stages of creating a software agency, and I think the biggest struggle I have asked for now is when and how should I have first full-time employees. I think that in the video about sharing how you manage to scale up your team would be an incredible resource for everyone who is starting out. So I think this is actually a great idea for a video topic. I think this is one of the biggest challenges for every agency owner. It's kind of like a chicken and an egg problem. You don't have really enough projects and cash flow to hire first employees. However, on the other hand, you don't have really time to manage all of the projects. So it's definitely a hard thing. One of the first challenges that you have when it comes to scaling. And I think there are pretty much two challenges. One is to hire too early and burn too much cash. And the other one is the opposite, which is you hire too slow and you can't really take another project because you're just too busy and you're growing too slow. And I'll tell you one thing that I would approach this problem completely different. I wouldn't really think about hiring first full-time employee yet. If it's a custom development agency, I would definitely first go and think about part-time employee or a contractor that I can hire, meaning you only pay for what you have to pay, right? So if it's on a project basis, you solve the project, you might be one of the developers yourself and you just need a slight help, for example, with a front-end part, then I would just search for a front-end developer and negotiate the project price with him or her. Meaning you know how much you sold the project in the first place, you know how much it will take you to build the backend, and you only pay this developer for a front-end, and it can be a fixed price cost, right? If you close it for a fixed price, you can also negotiate a fixed price with this freelancer. And I think this is a brilliant start because first of all, you won't have any cash flow problems and you will already test someone. So next time you have a similar situation, you already have a pool of people that you can work with. You don't have to test them again and again. You just know that they deliver a good work and you can just work with them. And pretty much when it comes to finding those developers, I think there are a couple of great places that you can search for. I think overall everywhere there are a lot of nice job board websites where you just put your offer. You're searching for a full-time, part-time, freelancer, a developer, and then people are applying. I think you can use also LinkedIn jobs. You can pretty much announce it on social media if some following. You can ask your friends for this, like there's always someone who is looking for some extra gigs. You can leverage job marketplaces like Upwork or Fiverr, or pretty much you can go and find people on local developers meetups and you can already meet them in person, which always is a great benefit. And as a bonus here, and this is something that we also did, is that if you're already working with some contractor and you have more and more projects, you want to work with this person more and more as well, I think this is a great time to try to convince this person to work with you full-time. And this could be literally your first full-time employee, and I think this transition can be also like very smooth. Now, also from my experience, it's much better if the person you're working with is a full stack developer, because then you can also focus purely on business and you can outsource more work to this person instead of hiring two separate developers. One just handles front end and the other that handles back end, because then you also need to add into consideration project management cost. It can be just you also managing the project, but then more people, more problems. So it's much easier if this developer is a full stack developer and they can pretty much develop their whole projects, maybe with a little bit of your help. And now when it comes to our experience, I think I shared multiple times. I've been a developer myself also with my first co-founder. We've been working together, developing projects. Then I went more into the business side. He was developing more projects, and then we hired first freelancers. We turned them to full-time employees, and we tried to find more freelancers so we can also always manage our cash flow. We didn't have any cash flow problems. We also made sure to be in control of that. And then as we had bigger and bigger projects, we pretty much knew that we need full-time employees, and that was the perfect time for us to hire one. So I think first full-time employees that we had when it comes to developers was around 1 year of running the agency. So I would say pretty late. In the end, I can just give you a tip. So I think it was also written in multiple books, but you should always hire slow and fire fast. So your recruitment process, especially for a full-time position, should be really detailed, really tailored. You should really check if this full-time employee will meet all of your hiring criteria. That will also meet your vibe check. If he or she is already working with you for some time and something just doesn't work, there are delays in the project, there might be some lies, There might be promises that were never delivered. You shouldn't really think twice. You should definitely get rid of this person in your organization and look for a new person. And that was it for this video, guys. If you like this kind of content, you are a freelancer running your own agency, AI automation agency, software agency, we recently launched a new community called Agency Dudes. We have already 100 people on board, and if you're interested, feel free to join. Link is in the description. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.